Welcome everyone. Today we are talking about ANKR, one of the most promising cloud computing projects on the blockchain, a project which we have talked about a few times previously on the show, but with their token generation event coming up, it is time to see what the team at ANKR has been up to. Before we do jump into that though, I just want to give a quick thank you to the team at ANKR for helping to support the channel by sponsoring this video. Now, cloud computing is getting massive. By 2025, it is estimated that 60% of enterprises will move into the cloud. Currently, the market, though, is dominated by, you guys know what I'm going to say, centralized legacy players like Amazon and Google. It is time to disrupt that industry. ANKR wants to be part of the movement that does that disruption. Now, what is ANKR overall? Essentially, it is a distributed computing platform that will enable anyone with idle computing power to monetize that resource. This is one of those next steps in the global sharing economy, connecting enterprises and consumers with the resources that they need to get the work done, and to do it at a much cheaper price than the legacy players can offer. The potential use cases for something like ANKR include things like data analytics, time-sensitive processing for AR and VR, simulations in geography, or perhaps simulations in the medical field, as well as basically any other computationally heavy applications. Now, the blockchain native token will be used for the off-chain computation, for micropayments, and fulfillment and transaction settlement. So this helps keep the costs down as well by doing microtransactions, but also sending transactions internationally to help pay for these different services. Now, we're going to actually jump in here and see what the platform actually looks like so we can get a feel for what it's like to be a user of ANKR. This is the user dashboard. Somehow, I've ended up being Vince. I don't know how I became Vince, but I've become Vince all of a sudden. Anyway, good morning, Vince. So you can see that this is the dashboard. It's a very user-friendly experience. There's no technical background stuff that people have to run some kind of command line or anything like that. It's incredibly user-friendly. So you can see here I've got a 500 ANKR in my balance. This is of course just on the demonstration here, but you can see the network statistic, how many users we have, how many containers there are, how many tasks we're running right now. The leaderboard, I'm on the leaderboard. This is amazing. Got 99.3% on the leaderboard. I'm the winner. I'm the winner. But that's really fantastic. You can check the map here to see where these different providers are at. We can of course have a look at the marketplace as well, see what different orders are available here, or not just orders, but who is offering services. So we can see here the services that are on offer, which is fantastic. You can also come over here to tasks and create a task, which I have done. I've called it Super Lark. And then you can come to billing and check this out and create a wallet. Again, very easy. You can see your transaction history, reload your balance by throwing some more ANKR tokens in there. You can see which operations you have been doing recently, which is very, wow, 43,000 US dollars. I'm rich. This is amazing. Cool. And of course, you can play with your general settings there as well. I can even rename myself. I cannot be Vince anymore. That's fantastic. Overall though, in all seriousness, this is a very user-friendly experience. You can see how it's going to be really, really easy for people to come over here and just basically jump into the dashboard, start hiring the computing power that they need, and get on with their tasks. Instead of having to spend a lot of time trying to learn how to use some system, they can just get over here and get it done, which I feel is a really great innovation in terms of making it just super user-friendly for people to come and play around with and get their work done. One of the things that really makes ANKR stand out amongst the crowd is the amazing partnerships that they have been able to get. I'm going to cover a couple of those because they're really big and really exciting for ANKR. The first is SAP. Now, SAP is a German-based but European multinational software company with hundreds of thousands of customers in 180 countries around the world, a revenue around 24 billion euros, and it is the fourth largest software company in the world. So they're kind of a big deal overall. Well, ANKR is partnered up with SAP. The objective of this partnership is to integrate ANKR into SAP into such a way as to allow SAP users to essentially just switch on additional compute power as required via ANKR. That is an awesome partnership without a doubt. And just that will be really exciting. But then there's Telefnica. Now, Telefnica is the 7th largest telephone company in the world by operating revenue, around $74 billion a year, so they're kind of a big deal as well. Now, Telefnica has been getting very serious about blockchain recently, forming partnerships with different blockchain-based companies, as well as exploring different blockchain implementations themselves. And now they're looking at ANKR. So this partnership will essentially use Telefonica's data centers in Brazil and Chile to help enable ANKR to provide distributed cloud computing services for Telefonica's customers and for Telefonica itself, of course. And this adds massive capacity to the ANKR network and essentially ensures that it'll be able to meet massive demand from their customers right from the get-go, which is very important. They've immediately scaled themselves up with this partnership. ANKR is also working with some famous universities like Berkeley and their BOINC. Now, BOINC is the Berkeley Open Infrastructure for Network Computing. Now, BOINC is actually a successful, globally adopted open source project and is famous for distributing massive small computing tasks to utilize idle resources on PCs, Macs, mobile devices, all this stuff. However, for quite a long time, BOINC has suffered from a 50% loss of computing power due to lack of trusted computing environments. ANKR is therefore a perfect solution overall to conduct the computing tasks as well as verify the correctness of the result with minimum effort. It is worth mentioning, though, that ANKR is not the only cloud computing platform. As you can see here, we have quite a few different competitors, but ANKR has certainly got some big advantages over those competitors, especially looking at these amazing partnerships with SAP and Telefónica. It really gives them that edge above the rest. You can add into this that the ANKR community has been growing at a great rate, even during the bear market, which is incredibly impressive. New language groups are being added all the time. Looking at the roadmap, we do see some key advancements in making the business model better as we go through 2019. Things like, working on the marketplace and metering and billing, as well as trying to make the user experience even better than it already is. And then we come to the listing. So the token generation event is coming up here in just a few days. They've been marketing a lot in Korea and Vietnam. And we've even seen BitMax come out and announce that it will be listing ANKR, with rumors that other major top exchanges will be following. The token generation event is scheduled for the 5th, so it will be available for purchase on exchanges at that time. But considering the connections that the team has and the investors in ANKR, I think we're very likely to see OKX being another major exchange to list ANKR. And OKX, in case you didn't know, is the 2nd biggest exchange by volume. So that's a really important place for the token to get listed, so that it does have great liquidity for investors and for companies wanting to use it. Also, considering that KuCoin is a backer of ANKR, a listing over there would seem likely. Honestly, it is so awesome to see a dedicated team that has been building through the bear market, and not just building, but thriving, getting amazing partners and delivering on their technological promises. ANKR is certainly a project to keep an eye on, and it's exciting to see them finally coming through with their token generation event. Anyway, just my 2 Satoshis on ANKR. You guys let me know what you think about it down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up on it. You can always subscribe to the channel if you are new around here and click that notification bell to know when I put out a new video. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.